back to another episode of Minecraft Desync. Not so Secret Saturday. When we last left off, we were trying to figure out how to measure this stuff, and after cloning everything I got, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Yeah, that's 9. And based on what I did in vanilla, pulling this whole thing down 1. At bare minimum. So this is now ground level. And in theory, I should be using TNT because this is a 2 wide. Because I will eventually need to pull out the floor anyway. But I'm only going to shave off this top layer because I don't know what I want the ground to be yet. So by just doing it by hand, I get to keep the option. I also might have, based on my tool usage, I might have to run back and just yoink all my diamonds and take them back here. Or take a ride on the minecart track. One of the two will happen. So I know we left behind a whole bunch of stuff in the subway station. Which really means I need to do something with that at some point. Up everything. Damn, I don't appreciate being ripped around like that. That sucks. Okay. Now to fix this stairwell. Makes me sad that I've had to waste this. But it happens. Right, so I did get my wife who wears playing card stuff. So at some point I'll have to open those. I will probably do that on a stream of some kind as soon as I can get a setup created. And also, I might be getting a new job soon, so I'm not sure how that's going to affect content output per se, but it is definitely going to upend my entire life if this goes through. We will see. We will see what happens. But I figured I should make everyone aware in case I end up going missing for like a week. Don't want people to think that I've abandoned them. Just one of those kind of needs to be said. We might widen this entrance. I don't know, but at least I want the 4 wide staircase at least set up. Alright, so that now that is. So first is we need the bricks. I'm gonna set. In hindsight, I probably should have not stuck everything inside Good's little quarter. Hindsight. However, I didn't know where else to stick it. So the biggest Christmas tree ever. Not getting dark. Of course it is. Of course it is. Alright. So we're gonna want these. So I think the plan, which is gonna be very unfortunately it's gonna be very expensive in vanilla, but because brick is a rare material, at least in Saturday, and it's also something that I can kind of get a hold of relatively easy. Because I'm using this as floor already. Now in theory, I can track down as much mossy cobblestone as I can and outline every single one with mossy. I kind of want to use that for other stuff. There's also using wood, which is also a good possibility. But I don't want smooth stone. That's for a fact. I do not want smooth stone. I am continuously limited by the palette of the updates. Ow. So, that I also have to keep in mind. And I also... So this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So we're going to bring this out too. So everything here is, well, going to be pulled back. And that is to give me the space I need in case I want to do something with water. So it's basically leaving options open. I do need to start smelting some stone though. Because at bare minimum, I am going to need to fix all these walls. Even if I don't have bricks, I can always easily smooth this out. This is kind of ugly. And then there's the question. So if we're pulling this back too, we're just gonna, let's use dirt. Because the shovel will last longer than the pick, considering what we're digging through. So hypothetically, this is our banner. I'm just going to use this as a crude wallpaper. Do I have any more? I don't. I'm going to have to use whatever is on hand. Alright, whatever. Same thing. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So we are hypothetically walking in to see the murals. We're gonna have one on the floor. This is also a 10 wide mural. Which leaves, this is basically the mural scape. I'm just gonna do this and this. And this. So everything in there is a picture. Picture left, picture right, I think. No. Well, technically I can make this 8 by 8. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. But this doing this right here. Okay, never mind. Never mind, what I'm doing is stupid. However, realistically speaking, 10, 10, noted. The question is, how much space do I put between pictures? Because, well, yes, I can stack them together quite nicely, or not quite lazy, but quite easily. And it saves time and space. What are we really doing? So next on the agenda needs to be figuring out how far back and how far down each of these go. Oh. And I think for the first two, we could just do this. worked out nicely, actually. Kinda. Oops. Okay. Hindsight's 2020, I need to do that from the top. Next time, I need to do that from the top because, yeah. I need these blasts to go downward. Okay. Well, at least we got this kind of hallway, I guess. Oh, it's a chicken. Chicken, you're less of a threat. Ooh. Hello, iron. Don't mind if I do. Anyway. So I guess I need to get back up there. Let's get that off the bar. Okay, since most of this is actually cleared like this, let's just knock these guys out. Build across what we have to. You exist like that. Not ideal, but we're gonna do the same thing we did anyway. Uh-oh. Well, this one gets be a little extra cratered down here, I guess. But that should have done it. Might need to make a gantry way. Because we still... Okay. So, I need to actually figure out what distance I need to work from. Because this... Not ideal. What I'm going to do is this, because I don't want to set fire to my only pickaxes I got. So we're going to do them like this. Not ideal. But it's what I have to work with. So... You hit too much, unfortunate, but yeah, you did bring up some coal, which I do need. So let's light up the night with this wonderful bounty of coal and carbon. Resources in C2. Did I get to the most of it? I did. I did lose out on some of this. That was an accident. So we can knock out these top shavy bits. We'll be okay for the most part. We have learned another valuable lesson. Remember, top down, not bottom up. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. We've already chewed through one pick. Let's slide up the ground. I don't feel safe in here. Good enough. This upper part, yeah, I don't really need to worry about that. My only concern is this roof. Because I could put another mural on the roof. Or I could try to design some sort of elaborate piece. Just elaborate designed roof instead of just going four-way mural. So, do need to keep that in mind. But it will be... Well, no, it won't. Not here. Actually, neither of them. I mean, I suppose I could just put a big pile of water on the ground and just kind of hope, but it's still not ideal. Okay. Got most of this. Alright. So this is the centerpiece. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to drill forward and worry about where explosives go later. We need distance is what we primarily need, so work from there. This is it's sad that I'm doing double work because most of this will be cloned. Or at least should have been cloned at the start, and I completely forgot to do it. Forgot about that kind of facet. Unfortunate, but what can I do? In theory, I could just copy a piece of the world and go from there, but that's not fitting. Or in the spirit of this, picking pieces of the world and taking it with me. So, this is the punishment. The punishment is the process. Wanted it done right. Should have done it right the first time. As they say. I can't see anything I need to see. Oh, I hope I'm not coming out in another part of the world. That dirt's got me all nervous. Oh, you're offset. Okay, it's just a dirt pile. Okay. Alright, how well we do here? Pretty well, in fact, actually, but not quite what I was hoping for. But that does do it nearly perfectly. So I'll have to keep that in mind. Smooth this out. We're now basically above safety, right? Yeah. So all this is fine. Maybe a little overdone, but fine. So see. Hello, Cole. We're gonna take you with me. Honestly, since I have this gunpowder, I should probably start trying to branch mine with this stuff if it's even worth it. It might be, but who knows? Because my current strategy is, well, effective and just gives me a lot of rocks that I'm not quite sure what to do with. Ever. Alright, but we are running a bit full. We're also almost out of TNT, and so we need to probably go back and get that anyway. Hot swap that. Drop you, drop you, drop you. Drop off some of this. Not like we need much of it. Okay. Alright. Let's go grab some of that TNT. Actually bring that closer. Onward, men, toward battle. Hey, the wheat farm's growing. You'll love to see it. My explosives with me. I'll leave the rest here. I will take the... Well, no, we don't need the coal. We've got plenty now. Take the last of the wood, though. Anything else in here? I'll take some scaffolding material of dirt. Because we don't have much scaffolding. But in any case, I hope you all enjoyed watching, and we will see you all on the next episode of Minecraft Desynced. Not So Secret Saturday. Bye-bye!